Okay, guys, we're on the, I don't know, what is this supposed to be? A Royal Star? A Rebel? Maybe it's a Honda Rebel. No. Maybe it's a, oh, what's that bike called? Suzuki, or no, Kawasaki Eliminator, or something like that. I don't know, they made one that was a real tiny bike, and it was a V-twin. Maybe it's not a bike. Anyways, we're on the bike today, and, I'm just gonna, yeah, look how fast I'm going. And, so why am I on this bike, you know? Well, because it's cool, that's why. No, honestly, it's because I don't have a way to record audio yet completely on my, my actual motorcycles. At least not to where you can hear me. And I don't have a setup yet, and it's going to be a while before I can afford one, so I do have content sort of pre-made. I do have a lot of issues going on, trying to find a better job, because my job actually, they called me in the other, or I think it was yesterday actually, yeah, and I swore to God, I was like, yep, they're about to fire me because they've been trying to get rid of me, and I'm not sure why. But anyways, they call me in, they're like, this is an interview, right? And I'm like, for what? Well, you applied for several positions, blah, 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 blah. And yes, I did apply for several positions, like head cashier and tool rental, because I want to work on fucking engines and do something I actually enjoy. And I think that's about it. I only applied for 2 positions. Well, according to this boss I applied for D4, which is, I think that's like the morning freight team or something like that. But anyways, what it is, you go there at 4 in the morning and you leave at 8 in the morning. And you do a lot of things. You have to figure out what's in stock, what's not in stock. You have to go help the lumber department. You should probably figure out where I work by now. You would be on a forklift, etc. But as I don't know, you know, one, I think my hours as a cashier suck right now, but they fluctuate. You know, I usually have pretty good hours. These I don't think really fluctuate, which means that unless the pay is really good, 20 hours is, I don't know if it's 20 or more hours. It might be 7 days a week. I don't fucking know. I don't know anything about it because I didn't know I applied, which I probably should check that. I really don't think I did. But anyways, so, you know, 20 hours a week, you'd have to really think to yourself, how much, unless it's like, and I don't think it is, unless it's like 12 or 13 an hour or something like that, could you justify it? And even then, I don't think I could, especially since I've been losing sleep. I mean, I can easily do the shift. It's not a problem. It's just, and the work isn't even a problem. The funny thing is they're like, it's going to be a lot of work on the phone and using this thing, and I'm thinking to myself, I love the fucking first phone, which should now give away exactly where I work. But anyways, if you don't know what the first phone is, picture a Palm Trio, what is it, 650 or something like that? Which, think of that, but bigger and awesomer and gayer, I don't know. Which I have a Palm Trio, by the way, in case you're wondering why I compared it to that. And it's the same exact fucking setup. I mean, it's not made by Palm, it's made by, I think, Motorola. But, maybe I'll show you a picture of it in a sec, because I found them on eBay. I was gonna buy them when I first started working here. Anyways, so, you know, that wasn't a deal to me at all. I mean, I would enjoy that. There's a lot of bullshit I wouldn't have to put up with, just a lot of stupid shit. Because, I mean, right now, I have to deal with customers, and that's not a big deal. I don't mind it. I love customer service. And then I have to deal with kids, and again, that's not an issue. But when you have to do that, and they let their kids run around and break whatever machines, for example, if I'm at self-checkout, and their kids are... By the way, I keep forgetting, keep meaning to post a tutorial on how to actually use one of those machines without ever really having a big problem with them. Anyways, but, for example, the other day, some person brought in like 5 or 6 kids along with them, all running around, which is normal, I've seen it, but this one kid decided to fucking screw with the self-checkout, got into the login screen, fucked up the scanner and a bunch of shit. And when I turned around and noticed this, because our screen's backwards, as we have to, in order to see the screen, we have to have our backs turned, which is kind of stupid. I'm not sure why we did that. And so when I noticed that, I immediately go and just shut down the register so he can't fuck with shit. And then the mom decides, and by the way, they were on 2 different registers. I don't know, and she was like looking right at him and didn't seem to give a shit. But the second I did that, something with the scale on her register or something, I don't know, she did something stupid. And she looks at me and gets really pissed because it took me 2 seconds longer than normal, because of course I had to switch out of a screen to get back to her screen to fix it. And I'm thinking to myself, you know, you can either choose customer service or a babysitter. I can't do both in this case. But the thing is, you're mad at me because it's telling you to put it in the bagging area, and you're holding it in your hand. And it's times like this I think to myself, why the fuck do I override it? I mean, if you're going to be that stupid and get mad at me because you're blatantly not doing something that it's asking you to do, and there is a fucking option, by the way, on all self-checkouts, at least I have yet to see one that doesn't, that it says something along the lines of skip bagging or something like that, or your own bag, or anything. It's something stupid like that. And nobody seems to get that. Even I'll show it to them. And I know like right now I probably seem like I'm a total fucking asshole at work. But the reality of it is I'm really nice to people. But in my head I always think to myself how many different ways I hate them when they're doing stupid shit like this. And I know this sounds hypocritical now because I said earlier, oh, I love customer service. But the thing is, there's a difference between customer service and customer babysitting. And at self-checkout, that's not really customer service because, you know, and they'll walk right up to you and expect you to bring them up or get mad at you for not opening a real register, apparently. And there's not much you can do. I mean, you can't tell them it's not your fault. I mean, it legitimately isn't your fault, you know. But I've had customers, one or two customers have asked for the manager to report me for not opening an actual register. Now, I'd like to point out that one, we have several cashiers, and there's always real, quote unquote, real registers open. Two, the attendant at the self-checkout has nothing to do with which registers get open. I mean, you really have no reason to get mad at them. And my coworker was telling me the other night that he had a customer that wanted to also report him. Same sort of story, different person though. Wanted to report him for something. It was, well, how come all the registers are on this side of the store when I'm parked on the opposite end? Honestly, if somebody would have asked me that question, I would have said, you know, and he said this too, apparently, that there's registers in Garden and you can check out at returns and shit. I don't know. So, you know, customer service, like helping people find shit, helping people solve problems, and before they made returns its own department, and when I was working in there, you know, that I have no problem with. Working out phone problems, working with upset customers, solving their stuff, you know, coming to a mutual solution, that's no problem for me. Babysitting customers that just are pissed at the world and for some reason want to take it out on you. And the worst part is, if they want us to get customers to review the store, like, well, VOC, voice of the customer is what it is. And the idea is it reviews the store as a whole, and then you can mention, you know, people who obviously helped you a lot. What actually happens is the cashiers get fucked over a lot of times because the customer will complain but not mention who. They'll just say, you know, somebody, and then especially if the cashier isn't exactly 100% perfect to their needs or something. Like, for example, I'm trying to think of a good example real quick. Something that would be, you know, just a common mistake or something. I don't know. Scanned an item twice and didn't pick, I don't know, something stupid like that. Then your name is on the receipt as a cashier, only your name, and you go down and then you get in trouble. You had nothing to do with whatever pissed them off. So, you know, I just got way off topic, but what I'm trying to get at is I wouldn't have to deal with that. But at the same time, I don't know that it would make much of a difference. Let's go up here. Well, maybe not. Work. There we go. because, I mean, I don't know. I've heard it's better, but I'm actually trying to get a job that I can sustain, you know, get my YouTube channel going, sustain myself. I'd really like to move, which on my current salary, there's no way in fucking hell that's happening. So, I don't know. I don't even know why I made that a huge rant, but I mean, there's other places too that I'm trying to look at. Some of them are a little ridiculous. Like, there's one job, UPS. Basically, I would be the guy who actually puts the package on your fucking doorstep or something. It's called a driver helper, and I think it's like something like 11 an hour or something, but it's 50-something hours a week, which, you know, that's not bad at all. I mean, hell, that's my fucking monthly paycheck in a single week. But at the same time, when you think about it, that, I mean, I think you get weekends off, but I don't know, it'd be hard to do anything else, and obviously I'm not in college, you haven't figured that out already, but if I ever wanted to go to college, which maybe at some point I might possibly want to do, it'd be kind of difficult to do. I mean, I guess I could maybe take night classes, but I don't know. I don't know, this is going on way too long again, so whatever.